I want to do something with you that you've never done before. How's that intro? And that you may never do again. Okay, I kind of built it up pretty big now, but I want to focus on Yekum Purkan. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about it, like what we're saying when we say Yekum Purkan on Shabbat. So if you want to open up to page 517, 516, we read this every Shabbos. What are we saying? Where does prayer come from? What are some laws connected to it? So if you want to take a look at it, it's basically three prayers. The first one's Yekum Purkan, then the other one's Yekum Purkan, and there's a Misha Berach. Okay, the first two prayers for Yekum Purkan, they're basically almost the same prayer. The only difference is the individuals who are praying for. So if you take a look at it, page 516, may deliverance rise from heaven, bring grace, love, compassion, all these good things, until two lines from the bottom. To whom? To our masters and teachers of the holy communities in the land of Israel and Babylon. It's very interesting. We're praying for the leaders of Babylon right now. The leaders of the assemblies and the leaders of the communities in the exile, to the heads of the academies, to the judges in the gates, to all their disciples and their disciples' disciples, to all who occupy themselves in the study of Torah. May the king prolong their lives, give them blessing, etc. That's basically the first prayer is for people who are learning Torah, for the leaders of the community. So that was instituted for the community leaders and those learning Torah. The second one's the same exact thing. It's just the people we're praying for in the middle are different. It's to all this whole. It's 5 lines down, to all this holy congregation, great and small, women and children. So it's not just for the leaders of the Torah learners, but rather for the congregation. And the last prayer is for people who are supporting the congregation, the Misha Berach. So let's talk a little bit the history of this and some laws connected to it. So how far back does this go? It goes back pretty far. The first prayer, the first Yekum Purkan, already goes back to the 11th century. Having them from the Machzor Vitri. And why was it instituted? According to Rabbi Wikipedia, it was instituted because the European Batei Midrashim, the study centers were ascending, and the Babylonian ones were descending. And they wanted to make sure that they had funding and enough support to continue. And so that's kind of was the theory that was put forward there. And so that's why it's about the Torah learners. They should support it, they should have what they need, etc. And the second prayer, the second Yekum Purkan for the community, that appears already in the 12th or the 13th century. So some laws connected to this. So if you're by yourself, if you're in the community, you're supposed to say it with the community. If you're not at shul and you're davening by yourself, it's suggested at least to not say one of them. The one for the community, when you're not in the community at that point, we don't say that. So you'll just say the first one about the Torah learners or the leaders, and you'll not do the one after that. Some say also not to do the first one because it's in Aramaic and you're by yourself. But many say to say the first one, but not the second one. A question that can be asked is, why do we say this on Shabbos and not on Yom Tov? On Yom Tov, we should say it. We should pray for people who are learning Torah. They should learn on Yom Tov as well. So why don't we say it? Different answers are offered, but some say the Yom Tov davening is already extended pretty long, so they didn't add in extra prayers to make it even longer. Others say there's some type of protection that's needed on Shabbat, and others say that that on Shabbos the Reish Galuta, the exilarch, was there in the synagogue, so we wanted to pray for him while he was there. But on Yom Tov, it wasn't always there. One more thing worth noting is the language here says Babylonia, and some take issue with this, saying it's not relevant anymore. We're praying about somebody who is not even who are these people we're praying about. And so the Art Scroll Siddur says that we're going to keep the language the same because this is our prayers that have been around for a long time. Just insert different intention to those in the exiles, everybody all around. They should have blessing as well. So that's a little bit on Yekum Purkan. I didn't get into the final paragraph here, but that paragraph is more about those who are supporting through their funds, supporting the community. It's really a communal prayer, and it's a powerful one. So it's good to know what we're saying.